Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's ridiculous o'clock in the morning. Couldn't sleep. I ran out of stuff to watch, and Phoenix Mark, who has a torrid love affair with Chauncey Hollingberry, posted a Hollingberry video. Chauncey Hollingberry is law offices of Daddy and Master. He used to go by Dragonfire Auditing. He's a slimy little shit that looks like Gollum. Anyway, I watched this video and I started laughing because as an attorney, what Hollingberry's doing is just so fucking hilarious. Anyway, my laughing woke my wife up. My wife being woke up woke the dogs up. And so here I am walking at retard 30 in the morning. A little background. Somebody named Chauncey Cook, who I think might be Hollingberry's dad or somehow related to Hollingberry, and a charity organization, something like Hope International or something like that, are suing Hollingberry for defamation. Hollingberry has apparently filed a cross complaint. I don't know what for, but the discovery responses that Hollingberry was preparing listed Hollingberry as the cross complainant, and it listed Cook as the cross defendant, which means there was a cross complaint filed by Hollingberry. Anyway, Hollingberry, who proudly proclaims that he's a paralegal, like anybody gives two shits. No attorney cares that he's a fucking paralegal, and no judge cares that he's a paralegal, and it just really makes him look all the more stupid and pretentious that he puts it on his paperwork. But that being said, he has found the Fifth Amendment, and in his responses to Cook's special interrogatories, he pled the Fifth on every single response. And I don't really want to get into the case law or anything like that. If you want a case, look up Oyez v. Fox, Oyez v. Fox. It's a California case, California Court of Appeals case. There's a U.S. Supreme Court case on the same issue. It might be quoted in Oyez v. Fox. If not, you might have to do a little searching on it. But anyway, long and short of it is that the Fifth Amendment protects you against incrimination, but it really applies to criminal cases. It protects you against self-incrimination in criminal cases. You can absolutely invoke it in a civil case. However, the rule in criminal cases is that if someone invokes the Fifth Amendment, you can't draw a negative inference from their invoking the Fifth Amendment. You can't infer a negative inference from the defendant refusing to take the stand. You can't do it. That doesn't apply to civil cases. In a civil case, you certainly can draw those negative inferences, and taking the Fifth does come with consequences. So those consequences are going to be that opposing counsel is going to send Hollingberry a good faith meet and confer letter that will probably lay out all the case law and all the statutory law and all the other fun stuff that will explain in detail for Hollingberry why he's so fucking stupid and why he needs to actually amend his responses to provide substantive answers. Hollingberry, being a paralegal who has his head firmly shoved up his asshole, is going to ignore it or probably post it on his shitty little channel and say that opposing counsel doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, when in fact they do. They have law degrees. They're not some shitty paralegal. They've passed the bar. They're not paralegals. So when Hollingberry ignores and or refuses to amend his responses, quit pulling on me, we're going to go a different direction since you're pulling so hard. I've learned that if the dog starts pulling, you're supposed to change direction, but you know, sidewalks only go two ways. It's kind of hard to do. Anyway, so he's going to ignore the good faith meet and confer letter. Then they're going to file a motion to compel further responses without objection. That's what they're going to do. They're going to file a motion to compel further responses to special interrogatory set number, whatever the fuck it was, without objections, and they're going to seek sanctions. They're going to seek monetary sanctions initially because that's what they'll be entitled to. And the court, since Hollingberry is pro per, and the court won't give any weight to him being a paralegal because paralegals are not attorneys. I want to repeat that. The court is probably not going to grant the monetary sanctions and will very patiently try to explain to Hollingberry that he has X number of days to prepare and serve a response, an amended response that substantively answers the interrogatories. And then if Hollingberry does not do that, or if his answers are not sufficient, then opposing counsel is going to send out another good faith mean confer letter, and then after that they will file another motion to compel. And at the end of the day, one of two things is going to happen. Thing number one is that Chauncey is going to answer all of those questions substantively. Gotta love Harley Davidsons, right? So either Chauncey Hollingberry will answer all of those questions substantively, or the court is going to start issuing, they'll start off with monetary sanctions, presumably, and then they'll move up to evidence sanctions. They'll say that he can't introduce evidence on the things that he's refusing to talk about. And then finally, they'll probably drop the issue sanction bomb, which means that his cross complaint goes away. And maybe if he's pulling the same shit on the normal discovery request for the actual for Cook's complaint, if he's doing the same thing, if he's being non-responsive for those discovery requests, then the court may find the issue of liability against Cook just based on his refusal to answer those questions. And then it just becomes a matter of determining damages and or the duration of the injunction or the type of the injunction. I think Cook is requesting damages and injunctive relief, but I could be wrong on that. I'm not really following the case. Anyway, I've rambled for long enough. Thanks for watching. Have a great morning.